Hello there. Multiple film Condor Calabasas, and I've got a little bit of a treat for you today. Some cringe. Some of that gamer cringe. Our favorite kind of cringe. Everybody loves this kind of cringe. Allow me to begin. A useful idiot is defined as a person who thinks they are fighting for a cause without fully comprehending the consequences of their actions and who does not realize they are being manipulated by the cause's leaders or other political players, which isn't really relevant here. So, who does not realize they are being manipulated by the cause's leaders? That's something you should be thinking about throughout this YouTube video. So, a gaming CEO stepped down recently, and Xbox? No, not Xbox. That's weird that you would think we're talking about Xbox. No, we're talking about PlayStation leadership. January 28th, 2025. This is just last year. No outrage over this. No comments over this. Nishino Platform Business Group, Technology, Products and Services, and Platform Experience. So this is pretty recent, and the reason why you didn't know about this is because no one's talking about it. And the reason why no one's talking about it is because they're a bunch of deluded PlayStation fanboy losers. This industry is filled with useful idiots, and I think PlayStation shutting down Bluepoint Games is probably the single greatest example of useful idiots I've seen in my entire life. PlayStation got a new CEO, but no one talked about that. That was not a story whatsoever. No one gave a shit. You can't find any of these YouTubers talking about this. Anyways, so yeah, it's got to be the single greatest example of the useful idiot I've ever seen in my entire life. If you're even somewhat negative about Xbox's new CEO, I know you're a mentally ill loser who lacks so much self-awareness you don't even realize when you're obviously being manipulated. Sony's new CEO has a background in business and marketing. Xbox's new CEO has a background in AI. AI is used in game development. Business and marketing are not. Objectively speaking, if any conclusions are being made about the CEO's background, it's Sony's CEO is far worse than Xbox's. But this is using logic to explain the delusional PlayStation fanboy arguments. So yeah, Bluepoint Games just got shut down. This is just a few days ago. This dude devastated over Xbox. Devastated over Xbox's new CEO. 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 These idiots are literally parroting one of the dumbest conservatives on YouTube. Oh, where's Vardark? It's too funny to me, man. Like, if you and literally notoriously one of the dumbest fucking YouTubers on YouTube has the exact same opinion and the exact same argument, you're a moron. You're just as dumb as this fucking idiot. And to be clear, not a single one of these YouTubers made a YouTube about PlayStation's new CEO. It's not news to fucking anyone in the industry. It's wild. It's wild how little these fucking losers care. And out of all 6 of these YouTubers that I just showed you, only only this guy actually made a YouTube video about Bluepoint Games, which objectively speaking is infinitely more interesting of a story. Why do I care about a CEO, bro? Like, it's too wild, man. My dad used to beat the shit out of me for fun when I was a kid. So any overt example of someone being an extremely privileged and clearly never had a fucking hard day in their entire lives makes me fucking cringe. It pisses me off and it makes me embarrassed for for these people. I cannot even begin to wrap my mind around an adult getting upset that another adult decided to move to another job. That's what these fucking losers are mad about. I could, like, at least begin to understand, maybe, like, not be so fucking embarrassed by this shit if they reacted the same way when PlayStation got a new CEO, but they didn't. So you can see that there's just, like, there's no consistency here. It's just, like, fucking mentally ill cringe losers fucking crying about, like, shit that doesn't even fucking matter, dude. It's just like, how easy is your life that you need to cry about something this fucking stupid, dude? It's, who gives a shit that they got a new CEO? Jesus fucking Christ. Why did the gaming industry have to be filled with such fucking losers? Who cares, dude? It doesn't mean anything. You mean rest in peace, PlayStation, because they just shut down Bluepoint Games. They got a business CEO, right? The PlayStation VR sucks. PlayStation 5 Pro sucks. It's all garbage, bro. And unfortunately, I know enough about self-esteem and psychology to know that not a single one of these people has an insane or logical argument, which is why I did not go through and watch all these videos. I just fucking clicked through. I'm not gonna fucking listen to every single one of these fucking dumbass arguments, because obviously these people are fucking insane and deluded. Like, you literally cannot make an argument about somebody changing jobs and act like that's, like, somehow devastating to a company. CEOs change all the time. It just happened with PlayStation. Not a big deal. No one cared. No one wrote articles about it. No one even knows. Like, this is news to everybody who's watching this video that PlayStation got a new CEO. Anyways, so yeah, PlayStation CEO doesn't have a background in gaming. They only have a background in business, technology, marketing, all these things. And when you make these comparisons, you can see how this, again, it doesn't even make any sense. If we're roasting Microsoft for this apparent shitty CEO, then my God, PlayStation's is infinitely worse, my friends, infinitely worse. Business and marketing. People are making cracking, stupid-ass cringe jokes about the next Xbox and how it'll be just an AI machine. First of all, breaking news, every single machine is going to be an AI machine. If you don't know that, you're a fucking idiot who literally doesn't pay any attention to the industry. The future is AI. That's just how it is. It's like, the numbers aren't going up the way they used to in terms of, like, technology and, like, prices going down and things like that. The prices are going up, the costs are going up, the time is going up, so people need AI. Everybody needs AI right now to bring all these things down. And if you don't get that, you're a fucking moron. It's not that hard to figure out. All right? So using this same logic, PlayStation 6 is going to be a microtransaction machine where there are going to be ads everywhere. There's going to be a screen on your controller with ads. The main menu is going to have ads, but don't worry. PlayStation's new CEO, who's a business and marketing and advertising guy, he'll make sure that you can pay for a subscription. That only gives you less ads. He's going to make it so you can also pay for a premium subscription, and that gets rid of all the ads, but just on the main menu. When it comes to the games themselves, that's going to be up to the game devs. He wants to leave that choice up to the game devs. He won't want, tell them what to do. So there's still, even though you're going to be paying, like, $30 for this subscription that's going to get rid of ads on your PlayStation 6, you're still going to have to deal with ads in the actual games itself. Sounds like a great deal to me. I'm really looking forward to the PlayStation 6. This is what's funny to me. It's like, every single one of these arguments, you break them down, and it's just mentally ill cringe. I'm using logic to explain a delusional, illogical, insecure loser argument. Obviously, none of these cringe lords have any logical reason why they're upset at Microsoft. This is nothing more than a bunch of adult children upset Sony shut down their most talented studio by a wide margin, feeling desperate to vent their anger at something, but they can't do it at PlayStation because they're losers who feel the need to, like, protect the company. Jesus Christ, dude. I genuinely, whenever I... watching every single, just a short clip of all these videos, Charlie, every one of these fucking idiots, you wouldn't last 10 minutes hanging out with my dad. You wouldn't last 10 minutes. If this is the kind of shit that gets you upset, You wouldn't last 10 minutes hanging out with my dad, straight up. Anyways, I love how PlayStation literally knows how stupid their fucking fans are. So they know that they just have to, like, wait for Microsoft to post bad news, and they post their article at the same time, their bad news at the same time, and people just obsess over the Microsoft stuff. It's like an easy win for them. So all they had to do was just wait till, and they obviously knew that Phil was going to depart, so they wait for Phil to depart, and then they announce Bluepoint Games is going. Bam, perfect. Everybody obsesses over Phil. Don't even care about Bluepoint, which is wild stuff. This is one of my favorite things. I love this so much. PlayStation fanboys are so delusional that they genuinely see PlayStation putting the maximum possible amount of money they could into a game they were going to cancel, Concord, as a good decision. Not just a good decision, it actually proves that PlayStation understands gaming better than Microsoft.
Yeah, Sony does seem to have a better handle on what a quality video game is, you know, for all their faults, than, say, Microsoft does. It seems the failure of Concord truly shocked PlayStation into waking up on it.
Wild. The mental gymnastics in that argument. Like, that is genuinely one of the most mentally ill things I've ever seen, heard, whatever, come out of a human being's mouth. Somehow, I can't believe this needs to be said, but the earlier you cancel a game, the smarter of a business decision it is, because that means less money is wasted. Less money spent paying for these jobs and whatnot. Concord is, without question, the biggest waste of money when it comes to all canceled video games. It beats them all. Nothing comes close to Concord when it comes to the amount of money that was wasted. Battleborn was less of a waste of money. They got more money than Concord did for Battleborn. Think about that. Battleborn did better than Concord. That's embarrassing. Concord, the late cancellation of Concord specifically could easily be the single dumbest decision in gaming history. It's like right up there with like the Virtual Boy and like releasing PlayStation 3 at like $700 or whatever. You know, it is as dumb as it gets, you know? PS5 Pro is easily one of the worst consoles ever made. If you're excited for the PlayStation 6, it's because you're a fucking delusional moron. Let's go over the facts. PlayStation 5 Pro regularly runs games worse than the PS5 and Series X. PS5 Pro has a single worst upscaler on the market. Here it is in action. Look at it go. Look at it go, everybody. Fucking Christ. Where's the fucking... That's PlayStation VR for you. That's the upscaler. Look at it go. Default Unreal Engine upscaler PlayStations. No one talks about this. It's also the most expensive console on the market. PSVR has all been abandoned by Sony, and my favorite fun fact, the VRR on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro stops working when the frame rate drops below 48 FPS. Xbox, it stops working at 20 FPS, meaning any game with a wild frame rate, the exact type of game that you actually want VRR for, it should go without saying, a perfect frame rate, VRR is near useless. So yeah, if a game has a wild frame rate, it's not going to work for PS5 or PS5 Pro. Every single game that has an FPS mode of 30 or 40, which happens a lot, VR doesn't work at all. It doesn't do anything. How on earth no one talks about this is completely beyond me. It's been like this since the launch of PlayStation 5. They've always had trash technology with their consoles. Nintendo, great. Xbox, great. AMD, great. Nvidia, great. PlayStation, incompetent trash. They are by far the most incompetent gaming technology developers in the industry by a wide margin. And basically, that's my video for today. That's my rant. I do have a little bit more for you today. Easily, my in my opinion, the cringiest video game trailer of all time. We have this. Can't even. As somebody who's actually a badass, who's actually stood up to psychopaths, abusers, somebody who's actually spoken truth to power, somebody who understands empowerment and self-esteem, the fact that there are human beings, adult human beings, who are so insecure and lack so much self-esteem, they thought disrespecting your ally here by drinking from a straw in any way makes this character look cool, badass, or anything other than a deeply insecure, pathetic loser is easily the funniest thing in the entire gaming industry to me. Look at her. You think she's so tough, bro? There is nothing to me in the gaming industry that funnier than this part right here in this trailer. This is as funny as it gets. Like, that is top tier comedy. You can't get any. They thought this was cool, dude. They thought this looked cool. The unintentional comedy here is truly unrivaled. The funniest part is this is, objectively speaking, proof without a shadow of a doubt. The writer who wrote this scene is 100% a full-on sociopath, as you would have to completely lack any and all social intelligence to think that this made the character look anything other than a pathetic coward. That's unreal. They thought this looked cool and badass. God damn. Like, I've met people like this in real life. They don't even talk back to me. They're like a fucking dog. You say sit and they fucking do it. All right? So calling this character a badass is such a fucking joke. I wish I could talk to Neil Druckmann in person. I would make that man cry. Anyways, that's it. Rest in peace, PlayStation. Hardly knew you. I can't believe they got a new CEO that's just all business. That sucks for them. I guess it's going to be microtransaction station 6, you know? Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.